and welcome each and every one of you. With you today is me, Daiga, coach therapist from DCTcentre, and Scott, tarot card reader from Intuitive Insights and Tarot with Scott Yates. Hello, Scott.
Hi, Daiga. How are you?
I'm perfect. I get another beautiful meeting with my Humani Pro team. So we all send lots of love to Ukraine and to everybody who is involved in all this. So all good, all just going through with positive thinking. So before we start, I want to remind all our viewers that we both taking in private clients. Scott is taking in private clients for tarot readings, and his details will be below the video. And I'm taking in clients for coaching and therapy. And I'm using EFT, Reiki, access bars, psychotherapy, and hypnotherapy in my work. So if you are down, stressed, please contact me and I will try to help you. I'm sure I will. Okay, Scott, now floor is all yours.
All right. So show number 11, a gateway show, and we're live. So this ought to be a good one. I'm ready, Daiga. What have you got for us today?
Okay, today I got quite few questions again.
Okay.
My question, Everil. My question is about left-wing comedian Bill Maher. He has been dropping red pills. Has he been flipped?
Okay, let's take a look. It looks like he has under duress. Okay, so the Emperor came up as him, so he's working hand in hand with the Mr. T team, but only under threat of getting the ultimate penalty, because so these three cards come up in the present and for the question. So he's pretty much he's been kind of kicked out of the club of the dark cult, but it looks like all that's going to do is just delay the inevitable, because the outcome is the Tower and sorrow and taking a long sleep, maybe underground. So it definitely flipped, but not because he's a good guy or anything, but because he really doesn't have any choice. He's he's in a lot of trouble. So maybe this means he'll have a swift and painless, you know what?
Exit.
Oh,
Exit.
I didn't see you on the screen. I was wondering if you're still there. Okay, so that's it.
I still there. I still there. I just give screen to you. So
yeah, this is the first time I've been a guest on the SteamYard. I've been a host. I've hosted videos, but never a guest. So that was new to me. Okay, let's go to the next question.
I actually love StreamYard much better than Zoom, to be honest, and find easier. So yeah. Next question is from Beth. My sister is suffering from lower back pain that has become very intense. She is thinking too much of it's emotional rather than physical. My question, is my sister's back pain due to emotional trauma or physical trauma? And while Scott is preparing for reading, I want to say thank you very much for everyone who's supporting us. Especially now, those who support me, I'm very, very, very appreciate your support because I'm now on God's payroll. I left my 3D job behind, so all I'm doing is my practice and videos. So every your help is really appreciated. Thank you very much for everyone who donated to me.
So she does have this in the background, which so she's been bound by her thinking in the past, and this may be why she's feeling that it's in her mind. But then when I asked the question itself, I got pentacles, and pentacles are, well, let me get these. So this came up for her. Oh, sorry. Look, it's backward. This came up for her in the, and then this for the question, and this in the middle. And strength. The reason I'm thinking it might be physical is because the only pentacles, the what came up for the question is pentacles, and pentacles are generally in the physical. Okay, it's not mental. In fact, there are no swords here at all. So it is a physical thing, but it doesn't look like it's that serious. It can be helped, and going into the future, your advice. Got the Knight and the Hanged Man. Now, maybe if you literally get what are they called, like anti-gravity boots, you know, where you hang upside down. You know what I'm talking about, Daiga?
Not really, to be honest.
So there are these. It's a therapy you can do where you have back problems. You put on these boots that are that you attach to a doorway, and then you can literally hang upside down, not by one leg, but by two. And it really just kind of struck me that this is the advice here. And since it's a physical thing, something like that. And we have the Knight of Cups as advice too. And I'm not. I mean, he's a romantic, and he's more of emotional. So maybe and this is a siblings card. So maybe do you have some siblings or somebody from your past that you grew up with who could help you with this problem? Because it looks like you need physical therapy. Okay. And I'm half joking about this, but hey, give it a try. Go out to a local playground that have monkey bars. If you're a person who's not elderly or have a physical problem, and literally hang upside down and see if that helps you out. I know it may sound kind of strange, but it really is what my intuition is telling me could help you. Or get on a sofa, and lay back, do something, change the physical position of your body. And then just one more thing that I'm going to tell you, when I had some lower back pain, it's because during the lockdown and the pandemic, and I was stuck in my old chair that was really uncomfortable, and I had a lot of back pain. I was in it like in my chair for hours and hours a day. My friend, Dr. Heath Motley, the chiropractor, told me to put on some good shoes and go out and walk really swiftly, where you're swinging your arms and getting your hips moving. And that helped me a lot. So to answer your question, I don't think it's in your mind. I think it's physical, and I think it's something that you can work out quite easily.
There is another question from Beth. Is Teton mountain range in US one of the Earth's ley lines? If so, is that why elite took the area over with the past 50 years?
I'm not getting anything that's clearly saying that it is on the ley lines. But I got this Wheel of Fortune in the past, which tells me that they took it over. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, Earth. This could be Earth and I don't know. So they has the elites been buying the land there? Is that what's been going on?
That's what I think she meant.
I'm thinking that might be a cover or an illusion for actually the alliance is maybe now in control. I don't know if they were, but because this magician here, so the information that she thinks she has about the elites buying it, that may not be the truth. That actually it's the alliance with the lovers involved here, and it's something that is actually the reason that they're doing it. The outcome is going to be beneficial for the earth because this is the outcome. Okay, you have celebration of the earth, and this guy's chilling out in nature, for the people. It would be given back to the people in the future. Okay, so but is it on the ley lines? This is the earth. If it's not on the ley lines, it's an important part of Earth that is celebrated, and it's a special place, as everybody knows. Okay.
Okay. While Scott is shuffling the cards, I want to remind everybody, please, if you like our shows, please share, put thumbs up for liking and subscribe to both of our channels. Because I try to build my channel as well. And on my channel, you can find lots of information and things which one actually help you move forward, which one gives you inspiration. I'm chatting with very inspirational people. My last week I had chat with Shauna, with Shauna Francis, and she is actually talking, channeling Galactic Federation, and even at that time when we had chat, Galactic Federation actually give her download for all viewers and some sort of, I can say, blessing for all viewers. So huge energy boost for everybody who watched this video. I was very blessed. It's first person I can interview who actually is Galactic Federation member. Yes, so and on a regular basis, she's channeling Galactic Federation. So please subscribe to both of our channels. Next question is from Marek. What the cards can say about company Raivita at Poolside, England? how this future for next 2 years looks like.
Okay. I'm curious, do we know what they do? What kind of a company it is?
As far as I know, it's producing cracker bread, rye cracker bread.
Okay.
And rye wheat is very popular in England. I don't know, probably in America nobody knows, but rye wheat is very popular in England. And now they are building another site, some different place in the middle of England, and pool site seems to actually starting to drip apart. So lots of machinery is gone from there, and that's why I think people who working there is worried about it.
Did she say how long in the future we're talking about here?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so the outcome looks like it's going to be rocky. It's and I'll get some clarification, but here's the outcome here. So it's a little bit. It's going to be a lot of responsibility and maybe too much for them to handle, because there's going to be some dysfunction going on within the company, and it's going to cause a lot of disappointment. What? Okay, a lot, but it's a 5, so it's not something that cannot be overcome. And let me get some clarification on that. Looks like maybe some they'll have to get some guidance from somebody, maybe some kind of advisor will have to come in, because things are going to be going bad. They're going to have to bring somebody who's wiser and give them more guidance, and will shore up the company, and then it's going to do really well. Okay, so after they bring in like a consultant or somebody, or who knows, maybe this will be after we start making this transition and we have new technologies and energy and stuff like that, and that's going to strengthen the company, and then very prosperous after this short period of disappointment. Okay.
Okay, then it seems the first will be disappointment, and then afterwards something will change. Some other person comes in and makes everything better.
Yeah, very good. With that 10 of Pentacles, that's prosperous, and that's also like all the employees coming together like a family. It'll be like you're working with family. They'll be treating their employees like family, not just as factory workers or something. So
Great.
really good, very positive.
Great. Next question as well is from Marek. What cards can say about situation in Ukraine?
Wow.
I think Ukraine at the moment is on everybody's minds.
Sure.
Especially for those, I feel very sorry for those who is not awake enough to understand what's going on. It's
whatever they're telling you in the mainstream media, is most likely the opposite of that, right?
yeah. Only it's difficult to actually explain to people who believe in mass media to yeah, it's something different.
Okay, so this is in the present. We have the Fool, and the Fool is This is telling me that how the world has been fooled, just like what you've been saying, because everybody believes in that, and but the truth is that this is going to end up being a good thing for the world, because it's going to open. It's part of the awakening process of this shocking thing with the tower here in the middle. So this is part of the process to get these people to give them a little shock and awe, and this will strengthen the awakening movement in the long run. And then for the outcome, looks like things are going to get a lot better. So this is going to inspire other people to support this. And I think like the friend, there somehow some connection to Ukraine. They're going to get some help from, I don't know, like who would be like Russia. Russia is there to help them. Russia is there. Think of Russia as like a cousins of the Ukraine, right? Am I right, Daiga? And
that's not what those who follow mainstream news thinks about. Russia is as enemy perceived.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I mean, but as far as like the relationship between Mexico and America, or Canada and America, you know, but they're in the same neighborhood, and that's what this is. That's what this card in the middle here is. And this could be the beginning of something really good for them. But there's going to be some ups and downs before we get there. But it's the beginning of bringing the Ukraine into this new family. And all the worry is really about nothing. Okay, because I'm asking for some clarification now. It's not as bad as what it sounds like, and it's taking the world into new territory. We're going to be seeing a reshaping of the world, and ultimately, it's going to bring balance back to the people. The people who haven't had enough are going to benefit from this, and those who have too much, like certain families of politicians in the U.S. who have 4 children that are working for power companies in the Ukraine, they're going to lose. So we're going to see the scales tip back in favor of the people in the long run, in the outcome. Okay.
yeah, so outcome will be positive. Need to go through all this till get to a better place, really.
I saw some videos of Ukrainian soldiers dancing with Russian soldiers, and people cheering the Russian troops coming in. In just my opinion, this is a liberation. This is not an invasion.
Only problem is many people are absolutely sure that's invasion, and they are waiting at the moment for their countries to be invaded as well. So it's difficult for me, as I'm Latvian, and already there is extreme situation in Lithuania. My country is next one. Latvia is after Lithuania. So my family is sitting by radio and thinking what to do next. Yeah, and what I'm saying is not a matter for them.
I remember a few weeks ago we got a question about Ukraine. The question was, would Ukraine be, I think, invaded or taken over by Russia? And I remember very clearly, I got the 9 of Pentacles. That, if you remember, if I can show you real quick on my phone, and I said that the Ukraine would retain its sovereignty. And actually, looking back, I think what I should have said, and that's this card. Okay, this camera is all backwards. I should have said the Ukraine will regain its sovereignty.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing a little research on this and getting myself educated a little bit, and it's being puppeted by the dark cult right now. So that's what that sovereignty card meant a few weeks ago when we asked the question. It's going to, because once Putin, this is what I think anyway, once Putin gets in there and routes out these deep state rats, then they can actually have a sovereign government again. And he's not trying to absorb it and make it part of the Soviet Union. So anyways, it's my 2 bits.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is from Aya. Will there be any cataclysm in England this year, weather or man-made?
What kind of? Well, I'm just curious. What kind of cataclysms could happen in the UK? You don't get earthquakes there, really.
Floods.
Oh, floods.
We get earthquakes. Earthquakes we get when something underneath of us was bombed. Yes, right. So then we have sort of earthquakes, but floods could be, and if war comes out, then yesterday I myself saw 2 war planes very, very, very low flying one after another. Usually if they fly somewhere here, then they flying quite high up. You can just hear noise, but this time it was like typhoons or something like that was flying very low and very loud as well, 2 together. Wow. So
So I don't see any problem with Mother Nature, okay? Because we have these. Well, this card is in for the question itself, and this is a good stable card. He's safe. He's on firm footing. There's no water around, so it looks like there won't be any problems with Mother Nature. But looking in the future, could this possibly be martial law? I'm not sure. And then we have turn these around again. How was this? This one is here. Okay, so for the outcome, we have this guy who's a passionate soldier. But if there is martial law, that comes in the near future, it's not going to be long, and it's going to take England into out of troubled water. But there might be some people might feel like they're under attack. So people might feel like the martial law is a bad thing, but actually it's taking England out of troubled waters. Okay. But that's not going to last long. And wow, this looks good. So that's not going to last long because in comes some stability. This looks like financial stability because of working with the alliance, and then a new path altogether, something totally new that's going to be surprising, and it's coming from the heart. So it's a looks like after this, some kind of military buildup or frightening military thing that happens, then things are going to get better financially too.
It sounds very positive, actually. So
Yeah, so far, each time we've looked at things like, the Cataclysm or whatever, there's something bad followed by something good, and not even that bad. Just like a five of cups, and
yeah, and actually, all in life, if you um, recall even your life, I think you will find everything in life. If you getting down at something, then you getting up somehow in a better place.
yeah, for sure.
Life changes, and like I like this saying, when God closes door, he will open window.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere else. So always there is some sort of exit from something bad. And while Scott is shuffling cards, I want to remind everybody, please send your questions to me. So many people are supporting me but don't send questions. So please send questions to my email. I really, all shows is made by you. It's not my questions. Scott has another show where is Danny asking questions, but that's Danny is asking questions. I only time and time again putting one question from me if I have, and today is one of those days. but yeah, I really, this show is built from you. You are co-creators.
Okay,
You want?
I'm ready.
You ready? Okay,
Yeah.
I keep chatting. Joanna is asking, what should my focus be in this year?
Joanna, you have the tower came up in the past. I wonder if you're one of the people who's had been woken up in the past 3 years after COVID. Uh, and you are in the beginning of starting a new spiritual path. Okay. So this card came up for you. And this guy's sitting safely up on his wall, and he's making plans. He's making plans about how he's going to go off into the world, or in this case for you, the next year. You have a clean. You're coming from a clean slate. So this the Fool is a new beginning, and then a new spiritual path. So it looks like, because of the shock of the tower in the past, and this revelation that you've had in the past couple of years, it's woken up your spirit. Okay, because then as the outcome, first let me show you again. The question is a new spiritual path. It's maybe something adventurous, a new philosophy, or a new spiritual awakening that you're having. And for the outcome, the Ace of Wands. So you're having this new conception of life. Inception. You're having a new inspiration for your life coming up in the next year. and you're going to be seeing things in a totally different way. Maybe you need to practice more meditation, because this is advice. And this guy's a meditator. He puts himself in an uncomfortable position, which helps him to see things in a different way and derive strength from that. So unquestionably, in this year, you have to focus on your spiritual path. There's no doubt about it in these cards. So I hope these plans you were making weren't like to go start a new business and become a rich businessman, because that is not the path that is laid out for you. It's all about spirituality and going within.
I think next question from Joanna is really leading up from previous question and your answer. Next question from her is, what I need to do to open my third eye chakra?
Okay, and I am going to draw cards on this, but before I do, I'd like to offer some intuitive insight, because this is something that I've have a lot of experience in. From the age of about 22 to 35, I was doing a lot of this type of inner work. And for me, now this isn't for everybody, but for me, I was following shamanism and the Native Americans, but not just Native Americans, all these indigenous peoples and shamans from throughout history and throughout the world. And for me, I used a lot of, and I've mentioned this before, psychedelic mushrooms. And when I've used psychedelic mushrooms, your third eye is your pineal gland. It's another name for your pineal gland. And it's right here, and it's right above your ears and between your eyes in the center of your brain. And when I would ingest magic mushrooms, I could literally feel my pineal gland opening up. And I can tell you from my experience that this was how I was able to open my third eye and then have amazing, amazing results from it. But that being said, let's ask the cards. I chuckle because, okay, so first off, I'm going to look at the past. Now, this card in the past, this guy is he's well off. He doesn't worry about money. His physical world is very comfortable. And, it's hard sometimes to open your third eye when you're too comfortable. When you have an abundance of everything, you don't really have to worry about your everyday life. Sometimes, that's why monks live in austerity. All right. Now, these three cards came up for you. First off, the devil. And when the devil comes up in your personal place, this is a very powerful card. He is able to project his will onto other people, and so you have to be careful a little bit, because you have a lot of power. You have the ability to force your will on others, but the other problem is he can also be restraining himself. He can tell himself that he's not good enough, right? And in the question itself is the fool. Now, the fool is he's naive, he's open-minded, he's open to trying any new thing. So maybe like so what the advice that I gave you about using psychedelics, you might have been thinking, oh no, that's not for me. But the fool's telling you, go ahead, take that chance. And this came up in your challenge. You might be too cautious. You might, because this is your challenge. Wands are fast and they make decisions quickly. And by the way, so does this guy. He doesn't think about what he's going to do. He doesn't plan anything. He just gets an idea and he runs with it. And that might be something that you're afraid of. And the cards are telling you it's time to get out there. Now, here's where I chuckled too. Okay. So you have a revelation. This is the outcome or the near future. You have a revelation coming up, and it comes from something from the earth. Okay, where's this? Something from the earth that is very wholesome and healthy. And boy, this sounds a lot like mushrooms to me. And maybe it's because, that's the way I was going with this question. But this comes from the earth, and it's something that it's a new beginning. So yeah, that's and this is a spiritual quest. So there you go. You're going to have some type of revelation in the coming year, coming from something that comes from the earth and takes you on a spiritual quest. Maybe I have a prejudice for this thing because this is the way I learned to get in touch with my higher self and my inner self. But this is telling me maybe you can't find mushrooms where you are, but go to South America and do one of the ayahuasca adventures that they have there. But that's my advice. Natural, herbal way of opening your third eye.
Next one question is from Gita. On a Telegram is circulating message that we all have to silence and be extremely careful as new surveillance is established. We'll be checking absolutely everything from private phones, Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube and other social media. It says it's very important to pass this message today because starting tomorrow there will be another form of surveillance introduced. Pass it on to all your loved ones and friends today, just in case it's not good to doubt, because this month's 40 Starlink satellites went up to top floor. Question. What cards will tell us? Is there any true in this message? As much as I know, the Starlink satellites is put up by Alliance.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought they had gotten Elon Musk on the side of the Alliance, and the Starlinks were going to be bringing in the new quantum financial system.
That's what I thought, but apparently in Telegram is circulating something different.
Well, somebody on Telegram.
Somebody on Telegram, yeah.
No, I'm getting the feeling from this that this is like disinformation, or it's I mean, if you think about it, if they said, "Hey, you're all being surveilled. Stop talking truth," that's a way of shutting people up, getting people to be silent, right? So I got this in the back. This is like an attempt to block people from expressing themselves on Telegram, because it's a strategic play that's being made. King of Wands. It's some kind of strategic play that's being made, but the outcome is What was the end of the question there? The final part of the question.
What cards will tell us, is there any truth of this message? As much as I know, Starlink satellites is put up by Alliance.
Truth to it?
How much true is in this message?
Yeah. So if this is the outcome of the message, okay, maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. So yeah, I think because this guy tells the truth, and then next to that we've got the yes, and this guy's telling secrets. Where's that go? Goes like that. Okay. So yeah, did they say how long this would go on?
No, there wasn't anything in this message. It's only to
Is Starlink I'm asking, is Starlink good or bad? And this is not good. This is dysfunction. I wonder if they've lost control of Starlink.
Remember, there was some time ago, there was going around news that some Starlinks are shut down. Maybe that's what happened. They've been taken over by somebody.
Well, there might be a struggle to control it, but when I asked for clarity, I got this plans being made, and then I got the Nine of Pentacles, and sovereignty is returned. So maybe there's an ongoing battle for the high ground, these satellites, but eventually I think it will come back under control of the Alliance. This is an ongoing war. It seems like still there's a struggle pulling back and forth. A little tug of war is being played out with those.
Yeah. Next one question is from Maya. Last week's question about Patrick Swayze made me think, what happened really with Robin Williams? I just introduced my grandchildren with his Mrs. Doubtfire. I love this film and many other characters he plays as well. Is he really gone?
Good question. No, he's not gone. I know this is going to make a lot of people happy.
It's definitely make me happy.
Okay, because so here it comes out for the answer for the present. Okay, he's wrong. I keep looking at this camera and it's getting me backward. He's working with the Alliance. He's made a partnership with the Alliance. He wants to help humanity, and he's biding his time. Okay, when the time is right, he's going to come out again, just like they all are, because he he has a lot of integrity, and he's kind of waiting in the wings. Well, another waiting card, Hangman. So he's chilling out in the witness protection program or whatever it is they do with these guys, and yeah. So he's still there. Let me see if I can find out. He might, when he comes back, he might look different or have a different role. He won't be a comedian anymore, I think. He's going to have a role of trying to of probably like doing documentaries and helping people to wake up, because I got this the death card. This is why I say when he comes back, he will come back in a different role of helping to wake people up. I'm sure he'll be throwing sense of humor in there yet too, but he won't be like making films and doing stand-up comedy and stuff like that.
Great news. Good for him. I love him as well. So,
and I was angry when I heard that he took his own life.
I didn't believe it. I still couldn't believe it, to be honest.
Yeah. It just doesn't sound like him at all.
No. Okay, somebody can suffer with depression and everything, but
and evidently he had a terminal disease, but we didn't know anything about it. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Didn't get together. Next question actually is from me.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence agencies around the world have spotted American actor Steven Seagal among Russian special forces positioned around the outskirts of Gostom airfield near Kiev, captured by Russian airborne troops. I would like to know, is Steven Seagal really doing this?
I saw that story too on Telegram. I would love it if that were true. So let's take a look. And I wonder and since I believe that Putin's the good guy and the Russians are doing good, that would make him a good guy too, which would make me really happy.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. People have to forgive me because sometimes I keep pressing wrong button and I putting on full screen myself, not you. So it's the first time I'm hosting this, so bear with me.
So let's see. Not getting any definite yes. There's. It looks like this might have been a made-up story. That's what I'm getting. That this is just a story that was made up by the dark cult. Because I don't know. I'm thinking that he's not even on the Earth plane anymore. Because we got the tower in the past, and then the moon under that. So I don't know. Has anybody heard about Steven Seagal? Is he on that list of names of people who have been taken out? So yeah, this looks like it was maybe just some wishful thinking on somebody's part, and they put it out there to I don't know, just try to hoodwink a bunch of people. So no. I don't think it's true.
He couldn't even be with the special forces. He is quite old. He now is really I don't know how old he is, but I think he definitely is in his 70s, 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And in that picture I saw, I mean, he looks pretty chunky. You know, I don't think he's in. I don't think he's been staying in good shape. But it looks here, you know, with that tower and that moon in there, I'm thinking he's not even with us anymore.
maybe we still have time. Maybe let's have a look. He is actually good guy or he is bad guy.
Okay. By the way, I adapted his hairstyle back in the mid '90s. I had the shaved in the back and a ponytail on the top, you know, like that. And it's funny. I thought I looked so cool, but for some reason I didn't get many dates when I had that hairstyle. And then a few years later, I started balding, and I always said that I would never be one of those people who tries to hide my bald spot, you know.
Mm.
And so I shaved my head, and for the first time, and this is around the year 2000, and after I shaved my head, suddenly I got lots of dates from lots of good-looking women. So I wish I'd shaved my head a long time ago.
Yeah. Lesson to be learned.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I thought I looked cool, but I guess I was wrong. So it's interesting. I got the Hierophant for him, and the Off-World Wisdom across from that. And this is in the present. And making an alliance with someone in the past to do some work. And then in the outcome, we have that he started a new way of thinking because he was had some bad feelings about maybe things he'd done in the past, and he had some. This goes over here, and he had some karma that he had to make up for. So yeah, whether he's here now or not, whatever it is, it looks like he has amended his ways and joined with the alliance to tie up loose ends, so to speak, with this, and that cost him some heartache. So I want to say that yeah, as of right now, he is a good guy, or at least he's paying penance, maybe. I think a lot of elites who did some bad things are trying to make up for it now.
That's definitely sounds like, because anytime Janine or you putting up somebody's name, most of the cases they really helping alliance and helping to bring humanity to the golden age.
Yeah, you know, let's not forget that that none of us are innocent in this world. We've all done things that we regret. We've hurt people, and if you genuinely feel bad about it and repent, then you know God will accept you, and I think we should too. I think we need to learn how to forgive people. This is something I've been working on. I had some I had a hard time forgiving some people in my family, and I finally gotten over that. and I feel a lot better for it too. So
definitely forgiveness is one of the main things which one will help us move forwards. Love and forgiveness. So that's the main.
And hate is not an answer. I mean, we can't hold on to this hate that we have for people who've done bad things. You know, I think it was the Buddha said, holding on to hate is like holding on to a hot coal, and you know, all it does is burn you, and it does you no good. I know I
Exactly.
botched that.
That's like wishing for somebody to, oh, I hope he will die, or I hope
Right.
something bad will happen to somebody. Yeah, that's like
Go to
actually
hell.
wishing for yourself.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
You
you're hurting
drink,
yourself.
you
Yeah.
drinking the poison and hoping that person will die. It's not going to happen.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Good. Well,
that's
well said, Dyke.
okay. Now is our last already traditional question. What advice universe wants to give our viewers for the week ahead to our next show? Our next show, I think we don't have many live views at the moment because I done probably mistake. I should specific. I should put it will be on DCTcentre YouTube channel. So next time, those who already is with us, please remember straight away it will be on DCTcentre YouTube channel, and I will put on the next poster, I will put again on DCTcentre YouTube channel. So uh, please, I starting to collect questions for next show straight away as finish this show. So if you want your questions to be answered, please send them quite early, and I will try put all your questions in the next show. And thank you very much for everybody who is supporting us.
So I wanted to say that as I was shuffling, really I had this layout in mind for the people who are being affected by the war in Ukraine. So the people in Ukraine and the states around Ukraine that are worried about, like Latvia and even what was the one?
Lithuania,
Lithuania. Okay, so this
Belarus,
reading is
Belarus, Belarus, Lithuania, Ukraine, Latvia at the moment is those who is
Baltic states, right?
Baltic,
So this
coming to Baltic states, yeah.
okay, so this reading is especially for the people in that region. Okay, and this is them. They are in an uncomfortable position, and it's very troublesome. But don't worry, because there's some wise ascended masters who are involved in this, and it's to take the earth onto a new path. Okay, so that's what's going on right now, and then in the outcome, there's going to be a new government, and this new government is going to be wiser. This guy right here, the King of Cups, he's going to be wiser, and he's going to be a part of the alliance, and it is a very strategic move to help move the world into a new earth. So once again, this is the government that was there is being puppeted, and now we're gonna, I think, sovereignty is going to return to the Ukraine. So I don't feel that this war is going to spill over to these other satellite states, these Baltic states. So everybody can relax, okay? Don't worry.
Is there anything else, Scott, you want to say to our viewers on end?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing my own live stream coming up here shortly, where I will be answering questions live, and I'll be accepting donations, and everybody who sends a donation with their question will get a chance at having their question answered. I'm not, depending on how many questions I get. If I only got, like, say 10 questions, then sure, I'll answer them all. But if I got 100 questions, then I'm just gonna have to pick and choose, a lot like how JC does. And everyone who comments on these videos, I'm going to put your name into a Wheel of Fortune. And at the end of each show, I'm going to spin the wheel, and somebody's going to win a 30-minute personal reading with me. So look out for that coming up.
Okay. Thank you very much for everybody who is watching. Thank you for those who is donating to us. Thank you very much. All details how to donate is below our video. And from our hearts to yours, thank you. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Goodbye.